All praises to Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kakadash. Yahweh be in the name of the Heavenly Father. Yahweh Shai be in the name of His only begotten Son, who they ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Now it's 100% of proof and evidence that the descendants of slaves are the children of Israel. You see, because the prophecies speak for themselves. Deuteronomy 28 and 68 said that he was going to send the Israelites into slavery again on slave ships. That went down. It happened 3,000 years after the situation. You see, then the curses that he said that they was going to go through. And I can run through a couple of those real quick. Easy curses. They're not hard to understand. Very easy. Deuteronomy 28 and 16. It says that they shall be cursed in the city. We know what the hoods, the ghettos, we know what that's all about. That's not a hard concept. Cursed in the field, meaning where you work at. What kind of work do you do? Because the field pretty much represents work and the economy. Because it was a farm-based country, but now it went into these corporations that the so-called white men and all these other people participate in and create. Uh, and so we are the workers in those companies. We don't have a lot of companies, and that's another curse, because it says in verse 17, "Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store." See, we don't have businesses. We got to work for other people in their work fields. You see, easy operation. It's not hard. The descendants of slaves are doing these things. Then when you just go to Deuteronomy 28, it says, "The Lord shall smite thee with madness, blindness, and astonishment of heart." We are the top candidates when it comes to mental health. We have the mental problems, the depression, the stress, the mental diseases, and confusion and madness. See, we fill up those categories. And then what you got? Verse 30, this 28 and 30, "Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her." See, even the women that we do get with, they either get with the so-called white man or they leave us and get with another man. Okay, then you got verse 32 of Deuteronomy 28, "That your sons and your daughters shall be given into another people, and your eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all day long, uh, and there shall be no might in your hand to get them." See, this, what they call them people, DCF, or the um, social workers will come and create something and take your children out of your house, and ain't nothing you can do about it. They'll call the police, and the police will escort the child out of the house and tell you to sit on down in your little rocking chair on the porch, like the lady on the 12 Years of a Slave, and be crying about your children. So you got let's see here. 34 say, "So that you shall be mad for the sight of your eyes, which you shall see." See, just seeing these things will make you mad. After seeing what's going on with the descendants of slaves, people get mad and that's what the depression comes from, because of what they see in the condition of their people. Like Yahweh Shai, he said he looked over at Jerusalem and saw the situation and the condition of his people. See, it got him mad. Now, let's see. Hold on, That's one word that's gonna give it to me. Is it Second Kings 21:12? It said, therefore, shoot, it goes back even to Samuel. Let's do Samuel 3:11. First Samuel 3:11. It says, and the Lord said to Samuel, behold, I will do a thing in Israel at which both the ears of every one that heareth it shall tingle. It repeated that in 2 Kings. It says, I am bringing such evil upon Jerusalem and Judah that whosoever heareth of it, both his ears shall tingle. And then Jeremiah 19:3 repeated the same situation. So this went across the board. Anybody hearing what was happening to Israel, their ears would tingle, because it is a identifying thing that was going to be put on Jerusalem and Judah. Now let's see here. Deuteronomy 28:37, it says, and thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whether the Lord shall lead you. Anywhere that these people have gone, they was called bywords, proverbs. Puerto Ricans, Hispanics, Native Americans, colored people, Jamaicans, uh, any kind of island they threw them on, they calling them by the island. They ain't even calling them by their God-given name. Venezuelan, Colombian, the Northern Kingdom, they calling them by all kind of different names. Mexicans, Aztecs, what other names you can throw on them? Peoples down there in Brazil, and Cubans, uh, Dominican Republics, Haitians. See, they put any kind of name on people, and that ain't who they descend from. See, they are Israelites. It says, verse 41, you shall beget sons and daughters, but you shall not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity. See, the children of Israel went into slavery on slave ships. Then you got what 43, Deuteronomy 28:43. The stranger that is within you shall get up above you very high, and you shall come down very low. Even the Africans, the Haitians, not the Haitians, but the Africans, the East Indians, and the Arabs, and the Chinese, all of them come to this country where we've been living all this time, and they get up above us. And we know the so-called white man get above us. He the main one brought us over here and got us in captivity. 44, it says, he shall lead you, he shall lend to you, and you shall not lend to him. He should be the head, and you should be the tail. That's the so-called white man to the max. If you go to a bank, you're going to have to get a loan from the white man. The bankers, the people that run the banks, they are all these so-called Jewish white peoples. And so that's clear evidence of America and the descendants of slaves and the Hispanics and Native Americans who populate most of America and South America. Now you got more evidence. Let's get this video real quick.
Held accountable for what they did. It's going to be difficult for people to prove intellectual inferiority. That's why even in our textbooks in school, they don't like to teach our children about black inventions. Because even greater than our African history are our American inventions. Because from nowhere, you're coming up with things that revolutionize the American social and economic order.
Now, when you talking about social and economic order, you have the car, for instance, the Patterson Company. The Patterson guy, he was working for a carriage company. These people that was making carriages, and he was a blacksmith. So he was so big in the company that he went off and did his own thing. And so he knew already how to make carriages, so he started working on the engine. And so now he dealing with building cars. He started his own company. And so he had the car operation going way before General Ford or whatever his name, Ford, jumped on the scene. So even the car industry is one of the main industries of America. And that was created by the so-called descendants of slaves. Now, when you go to Jeremiah 51 and we get the 19th verse, it says, the portion of Jacob is not like them, meaning the Gentile, for he is the former of all things. See, this industrial revolution, like he was saying, is greater than the freaking Africans over there, whatever they built in Africa or any other place. That's why America is the greatest country, because it is uh, being served by the Israelites. The Israelites is serving America. See, and by that service, whatever Jacob create is being utilized by the Americans. You see, that's why you have plumbing is amazing. The electricity is amazing. The cars is amazing. The house is amazing. Everything that was created by Jacob. And this is the evidence. See, you got Africans in these countries, even after we done created all these things, they still can't get it together and do what we did over there. And they got access to all these situations. And we did all these things. It's certified fact, and we still creating. And they have to sabotage us and steal our invention so we don't prosper from what we create. Okay. Then you have let me see if I can grab another one. Knowing the Bible. See, Deuteronomy 28. Deuteronomy 29. Let's get that. Deuteronomy 29. The last verse, I think. 29, it says, the secret things belong unto the Lord our God, but those things which are revealed belong unto us and to our children forever. So the revealing of the Bible. Why is the Israelites coming up with who nationality is who? They connecting the nationalities of people from ancient times to modern times. See, when you go to the Christian church, you don't see none of that going on. Only thing you see going on is they talking about God is love and you donate money to God and to God preachers. That's the only thing they're going to pretty much tell you. You're not going to identify who you are. They going to act like they don't know. They going to act like the people died off. They going to act like nobody is connected to peoples in the past. Everybody now is just new peoples. It's insanity. It's retardation. Nobody is just new people. That's like you had a bunch of slaves come over here, and the people alive now is different peoples, and the people back then they all died off. No, they had children, and they children had children, and they all go back to them original people that came off that ship. So just like when they was in Egypt, we was in Egypt. We them same people that came out of Egypt and was in the wilderness complaining. We them same people that came out of Babylon. See, we the same people that was under the Romans and was getting our backs beat in and burnt alive by these Edomites. We the same people. And it's certified evidence, man. And the Christian church is there to keep people blind and subtile and hide their identity. It's just a whole delusion, or what that First Thessalonians, let's get that real quick. Let's let the Most High say it. Second Thessalonians 2 2 and 11. It says, and for this God shall send them strong delusions that they shall believe a lie. See, he sent Christianity that they should believe that lie, and so they can be damned because they don't love the truth, and they have pleasure in unrighteousness, pleasure in talking about the law is done away with. See, they get pleasure out of that because they can eat shrimp, crabs, and lobster, and do all kind of abomination and act like uh, one sin ain't worse than the other sin. When some sin was sin unto death, you had regular sins that wasn't unto death, and then you had sin that was unto death. So sins ain't all the same. Sin is a sin. If he break the law, the sexual law, it's just like another sin. If he's stealing and lying, do you lie? See, that's the kind of stuff Christians will come out their mouth with, and they don't understand the word. It hasn't been revealed to them, but the children of Israel who understand that they Israelites, they can understand the word. The word is revealed to them. That's why I said what you got. Joel talks about the spirit of the Lord was going to come on the children of Israel, and he was going to be in the midst of Israel and Israel only. See, this is the evidence, because you never heard of a Christian ever talking about an Edomite in any kind of way. They talked about a Jacob brother Esau, and it died right there when that nation became a great nation and was always rich and always had power in the earth and was always the enemy of God's chosen people, just like they are now here in America and all over the world. But I'm going to leave it there. There's more evidence that is out there, but I'm going to leave it there. All praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kakadash. Double honors to the elders pushing the truth. Peace to the elect worldwide. Our kingdom is at hand. Shalom.